This is a job I came to last February and repaired a leak. It was all wrapped and everything, but it's leaking further that way now. I've chopped up where I fixed it. It was leaking under the wall before, so I managed to get a couple of solder sockets on. It was a right pig to fix, but I've just turned the water on and you can hear it this way now. So it's lasted about 6 months and it's gone again. Oh no, I've taken another tile up and chopped the floor. Hopefully it's not all the way that way. Right, we've got that tile up. What I'm going to have to do is multi-tool this chipboard out of the way. Is it chipboard or plywood? It is chip with ply on the top. I can't really replace the stop tap's over there underneath the kitchen sink, but it obviously goes underneath units. So hopefully the leak's under here. We'll have to have a look what it's leaking on. So last time it was rubbing on the brick. That's why I chopped the brick out of the way. It was a right swine to fix it under there. But I managed to cut that pipe, solder it. So yeah, whether I loosened to fit, I mean it was 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and we left it open for ages. Circular saw was much quicker, I think. Get it sort of. Interesting to see. Gone very green there, isn't it? It is wrapped and protected. Is it just on a fitted? Is it pinholed? It's gone there, hasn't it? Is that where it's gone? I'll just crack the water back on, but it looks like it's gone there. That's unlucky, that, isn't it? The age of the pipe in it. See if I can cut it right back. I'll have a word with the customer, find out what they want to do, but I'll switch the water on, I think it's there. On closer inspection, it's there, look, there's a pinhole in the pipe. I'll just crack the water on, but I'm sure that's where it's going. Yeah, it's there, look. Right there. We'll get the water back off. Just a pinhole. Unbelievable. It's not like it's even been in contact with anything, that. Bit of flux or bit of something, or me just wiggling the pipe when I fixed it last time. Right, they just want this section here fixed and they don't want any more taking up. So what I'm going to do is cut it here. I might cut it past that previous repair. Somewhere there, but not that one in the wall because that was a sod to fix. I really struggled to get rid of the water last time as well. So yeah, we'll just get it cut out and then put this section in. I'm going to use 2 slip couplers. I've only got soldering ones in the van, but they'll just slide down the pipe, flux it up, solder it up, job done. At least I can get the cuts of it. We need to get that super clean. What I'm going to do is solder that piece up first. I don't actually need 2 slip couplers, I can get away with 1. Length across there because I can prop that pipe up. I'm not getting any water on that difficult one that's to solder under that wall. And then we'll just have to probably get the wet vac in and suck that last drop out of there. If we get enough heat on it, it'll probably go anyway. But I just cut them 2 sockets out. There's nothing wrong with them. I just didn't want like 4 sockets on a piece of pipe. I don't know why I put 2 on last time. I was probably really struggling to get rid of the water or something. You don't actually need to add solder onto them fittings, but I generally do anyway, especially when you've got good underfloors like that. You don't want any leaks. So I've put a mark on my pipe halfway down. We need to flux that up, and that will slide, and then we'll push back onto that other pipe there, which will just get it in. I can do it one-handed. Where you get your fingers all covered in flux. Where's my mark? Somewhere there. Jam your screwdriver to lift your pipe. Just let that cool off. We'll get the water back on and we'll lag the pipe over the top. That's all we can do. Make sure we clean all the flux off really well. That's alright now. Solder seems to have taken. Nice little blob underneath. No reason why it shouldn't be a problem. Crank the water on slowly. Looks okay to me. What we'll do is we'll leave this open for a month or so, let it all dry out, and then the tiler will come back and put the tiles back. The pipe itself looks in okay condition. I honestly don't know if that's just flux. Well, maybe when the plumber slid it through the wall, I don't know. I mean, last time it was leaking on the brick where it was touching, but you know, you can only fix one thing, can't you? That's me done and tidied up, so we'll be on to the next. Right, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing well. Another intro that's part way through the video, but I thought I'd include that job because it came in as a warranty callback. I'll always go back to jobs, but that one wasn't, you know, it was nothing to do with what I'd done. It was pinholed further along, and I always explain to the customers sometimes that can happen with old pipe work in the ground. Although I'm not exactly sure what had caused that one again. I think it wasn't in contact with the concrete or anything like that. I think it was just flux on that, I'm not sure. I've actually just been back to another one, a job that I did about 6 months ago. It was a job I actually filmed on my YouTube, and they rung up and said the toilet was leaking. So I've been straight back there today, and it turns out they've had a new toilet fitted yesterday. They've got a grant. It was a comfort height toilet I fitted, and they've had a grant. The council's been out and putting one of them bio bidets in, and they've not even connected the waste up on it. But he didn't tell us that on the phone. He said the toilet you've installed is leaking. So I've just been back out there, and it's not the toilet that we fitted. So I've said, so you need to get the council back out and sort that. They've not even connected the pan connector on it. Absolutely stinks in there, and every time he flushes the toilet it goes straight on the floor. It's all concealed cistern, one of them Geberit. It's got like a Geberit frame on it. It was probably a pig to install, to be fair, but yeah, no to do with me. So that's 2 callbacks today, but neither of them my fault. This episode's going to be a bit of a random hodgepodge of bits and bobs. Well, not a bodge. Well, hopefully not a bodge. Probably is a bodge. But yeah, I think there's a bath waste in there. There's a couple of other bits I'll put in, and at the end I might include a bit of the soapbox race that I did. I just want to thank everybody who voted. We came 4th in the public vote, but that was all down to you guys, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, I won't waffle on too long. We'll crack straight on with the episode, and yeah, we'll see you in there. The easiest job of the day award goes to this one, I think. Broken toilet seat. I can change that. It's a top fixed one, but I bought one with me, so that's this one on kit. Sometimes there's a button on them. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Does it just pull up? That one just pulls up. Told you I could do it. I've been called to this job, leak under the bath. I've just taken the panel off the side, or the tile out, and it's leaking on the overflow. A good way of seeing is just put your hand across and just try and get it to go down the back. I'm not really doing it very well, but there you go. And you can see it's running straight down there now. There's a stain on the ceiling. You can see it's been doing it a while, how black the chipboard is. So we'll have to take that overflow out and reseal it. It's completely loose in the bath. That's why it's leaking. That that overflow connection bit just pulls it off, and then I've just got to figure out how to get the front bit off. I can't see a grub screw in it, so it might just pull. Normally there's a Phillips screwdriver in them, and that chrome bit that comes off, but I can't see one. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get that apart, whether you're supposed to take the cable out and then it pops off on the front. I think I'm just going to go get a new one, to be fair. I'll have to try and get underneath and change it on that trap. I think that's just going to be the best solution. What I need to do is get all that cleaned up, drop the new one through. Silicone there, yeah, I always silicone mine as well, to be fair. Get all that old silicone clean up, and it's just a case of putting the new one in. It's because the overflow was sagging before, so there's all water in there. Let's go on the other side of that pipe. You can see how wet it's been getting down there. I know it was only a small leak on the overflow, but it builds up and it's staining the ceiling. So we'll just dry it all up. I know I spilled a bit there, but you can see by the black mould. Get all that dried up and put the new one in. So normally they've got a grub screw holding them on to that piece, but the old one, I'm not sure how, whether it was just push fit or whatever. These washers just push through on the back, like that. I generally pop a little bit of silicone on there as well. I've had to wedge it under my torch. Normally I'd put it on my trap, but it's on a flexible pipe, just so I can get this first bit started. Once I get that started, it'll put itself all square, but I'll pop a little bit of silicone on there and then just tighten it up. We got it second time. Tighten it up, clean all the excess silicone off, and that's the awkward bit done. We'll get all the bath clean out, we'll put some water down it, make sure we've got no leaks, we'll splash all the overflow, that should be the job done. I have to put a bit of blue paper towel underneath that trap, but it should be okay. Overflow's not sagging this time either, so it's a clean sweep, so you won't get any smells coming back out of it. Just put one singular piece of blue roll underneath, fill it with bath a few times, and then you can see exactly, because that blue roll soaks up everything. So yeah, that should be okay. So I'm not changing all the flexible waste, it's got a good fall on it. Just goes into that push fit there. I mean, that's not how I would have done it, but there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. So that's the bath draining now. That blue roll is completely dry. You'd see any drip straight away on there, and I've been splashing the overflow. It's not running down the bath anymore, so I think that's job done. Hopefully this lot dries out. I'll show you this job. This was one of the first jobs I ever did as an apprentice. I fitted this about 12 years ago, 13 years ago maybe. The floor's gone rotten underneath, so I've been asked to take the pan out. They're going to fix the floor, and then we'll have to come back and pop it back in. How good a job did I do? I can't even remember it, to be honest with you. You do that many jobs. I did use a double check valve on it, look. On the main came in there. We did all this because this never had a toilet, so we pulled a new main and everything in, if I remember rightly. Did I put a service valve on it? Yeah, put a service valve on it. Substack. Don't look too bad. 2 basins. Yeah, still looks as good as new. Stainless screws, look. I don't know if we use stainless in the lid, but oh, the lid's stuck on. No, I didn't use stainless in the lid or brass, but they're not too bad. So I just whipped this pan out, and then I've got to fix the floor. I don't know if they're taking the vinyl up. It's gone spongy. I think it's either lack of ventilation. We always put the pans in after the floor goes down, so nothing should have got underneath, but I don't know, we'll just take it out. And knock the water off there before we kick it off. Naughty not using brass screws, but hey ho, it's not the worst thing I ever do. I did at least use stainless on the floor. These would have had cover caps on. To be fair, it looks remarkably in good condition considering I did it ages ago. It might not have been, it might have only been like 10 years ago or something, I can't remember. And it was a long time ago. I even put a rodding point on my waist look and drain off taps on the low point. Even a drain off tap down there just after the double check valve. Proper job, that isn't it? Proper job. I'm not even as good as that now, I don't think. That looks like it's been changed at some point for a different tap. That would have been thermostatic. Somebody's wang that across. It probably came with them. Looks alright then. Missing every bit of my fitting it. Right, that should just pull out now. Probably have to remake this when I put it back in. The nuts are a bit loose on that system, but it'll probably be alright. I must have heated that waste pipe up to bend it around, look. It's just the angle of the wall, isn't it? Looks alright there. I even took the vinyl underneath, so I don't know why the floor's gone spongy. It must just be like a ventilation issue, but you can fit, well, you can't see it, but it's gone. It's gone spongy. Weird. Right, that's job done. We'll come back when they've repaired the floor. We'll put a new pan connector on and stuff. But yeah, it's a shame that's gone like that really, because it looked a nice job. So as promised, this is going to be something completely different to what I normally do. We had a charity soapbox race at the weekend, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who voted in the public vote. We actually made it to 4th place, which was fantastic. That was all down to you guys. We actually built this car out of bits out of the garage. We didn't realise how professional some teams were going to be. They'd bought spare wheels, tyres. They'd got a full pit crew set up with tools and everything. We hadn't even tested the car on a hill. We did take it for a run behind the tractor on the Saturday. Just to make sure nothing fell off it, which I'll show you a little bit of the footage now. This was on a private lane, but all we was testing was the steering and the brakes. So yeah, I'll show you that now. It was a bit of a laugh to brakes work. I reckon we're all set, you know. I reckon that was good, that. This is just walking around the event. I couldn't believe how many people were there on the day. There were so many spectators there. As I say, all the other crews were really professional. There were 1 or 2 amateurs, but I think a lot of them had done it before. Our first run didn't go so well. To be honest with you, we was well off the pace. I think we was down in about 27th place out of 30 after the first run. We was about 8 seconds off. But then we got it back to the pit garage. And we realised there was no air in the tyres. We forgot to pump the tyres up. That's how amateur we are. So yeah, we put some air in the tyres and the second run went a lot better. I think we got about 8 seconds quicker, which made a big difference. It only put us about 2.5 seconds off the pace, which in soapbox racing is quite a lot. And it was quite a short course, to be fair. Our third run was the best out of the day. We was only 1.8 seconds off making top 10, which would have got us into another run. But the truth being told, we was just happy just to make it down the hill in one place. We did lose a few bits in the way. A few bolts came off and stuff like that. But we did build it in a day out of bits out of the garage. I think when we do it next year, we're actually going to put a lot more effort in. But we just did it as a laugh. That's all the day was about. As I say, I'm just going to show you some footage in the background. I'm probably going to have to mute the audio because there was a lot of copyright music playing. So I'll just talk over a little bit. But yeah, we had a great day. It's shame it rained later on because the third run, there was not many people there. So this is us just pushing the cart up for the first event. We didn't actually come up with a theme until 24 hours before, and then we decided to go with Lego, kind of Lego builders. You kind of get the drift. Plus they were the only bits we could get off Amazon next day delivery. So we got some blue like smoke bomb things. They're actually like It's a Boy smoke bombs, but we won't go into that. They were the only ones we could get next day. As I say, that's how unprepared we were. But everybody seemed to like the Lego theme. To be fair, it was a good choice. We had Lego heads with sweets in where people could just come help themselves, and we were letting people in the cart as well before the event. We got like a little gazebo thing set up. Most of the other teams were like not letting people, well, I'm not saying they weren't letting people in, but we let everybody sit in the cart who wanted to sit in. So it's just like a family day out, really.
CTM new number are up next, team number 25. So tell us all about you guys while we wait for the truck to clear.
We're just a construction company from Sleaford. All the guys have built this car. They've all had a go. So Nate's driving, he's the apprentice. His job's hanging on this wing that he's going to give us today. Chris is in the back, he did a lot of the fabrication work, so if it falls to bits, it's his fault.
Okay, so you're literally losing your jobs today if you don't succeed. If we don't make it down in less than 20 seconds, we won't stop before Pelham Bridge. I think you could do it in less than 20 seconds. Look at the apprentice. The apprentice is freaking out right now. Right, and you've got some sweets that you're giving out today as well, don't you? So you're going to be chucking these out as you make your way down.
Yeah, sweets, Haribo's.
Anybody like Haribo's? Yeah, I see lots of hands going up there, so you can chuck them out on the way down. Right, so these two guys are fighting for their jobs today. If they lose, they're sacked basically, is what you're saying. Right, let's see your dance routine. Get you warmed up, Ian.
We had to do a little bit of a dance at the top. I'm no dancer by any means, but we thought Lego, at least our faces would be hidden to share the embarrassment, or hide the embarrassment, I should say. And we was just doing the old Lego robot moves. I had the GoPro strapped to my chest, and I'll show you the first run in full, and then I'll show you the third run. I was just a pusher. We had Nathan, one of the apprentices, driving, and Chris, one of the other electricians, driving, and me and my two brothers were pushers. We thought we'd do that because if one of the apprentices crashes, you know, it doesn't really matter if they don't turn into work the next day, whereas we're too valuable. You actually had to have insurance as well, separate liability insurance, which was, I think it was about 36 quid each. But reading the terms and conditions, it wasn't worth the paper it was written on. I think if you died, you only got £3,000. But yeah, you do actually have to have separate soapbox insurance, which I found quite bizarre, really. You'd have thought the event would have had that covered, but anyway, it is what it is, as we always say. As I say, our first run went terribly. We was miles off the pace. We had no idea what we were doing, but it was just experience. And we just got faster and faster throughout the day. I think we got about 9 seconds off the time.
It's all because it was job depends on.
Good luck, Nathan. Good luck, Nathan.
16.5 seconds is what they need to
foot off the brake, Nathan.
Because you're currently in 27th place, Nathan, in the time record. Good luck. Right, Nadine, are we ready? Here we go, let's count them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. We're fastest one, we probably keep the job.
That's better. You lost the Lego.
Oh no, you lost the Lego. We're going that fast.
Yeah, no.
Okay then, the friendly foresters are back to number 26. Currently in a position that I will tell you about in just a second.
Good job. Yeah, we'll let you get a new job, Dave. Come on, we're ready to talk about. We needed another 2 seconds, didn't we? Yeah, we're way out. We did improve though, a lot.
Steady through here, because it just goes.
It was good. It was a good laugh. I'm happy we did it. Come on, David. Harry. Come on. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed something a little bit different, and we'll catch you all on Friday.